Did you know that about 85% of people will experience acne at some point in their lives? It's no wonder that dealing with sudden breakouts can be super stressful, especially when they pop up right before an important event or a big night out. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 effective tips to remove pimples quickly. These aren't just any tips, they're practical, easy to apply, and can give you fast results. So if you're tired of dealing with pesky pimples, keep watching. We've all been there, waking up in the morning, feeling great, and then suddenly noticing a huge zit on our face that seemingly appeared out of nowhere. It's like, where did you come from? I was having a great skin day yesterday, and sometimes it feels like no matter how hard we try, we just can't seem to get rid of them. It's frustrating, it's annoying, and it can really affect our self-confidence. I mean, think about it. We spend so much time and effort getting ready for a big event, and then one tiny pimple can ruin the whole look. Or you're getting ready for a date and suddenly you've got a huge zit on the end of your nose. It's like, why now, of all times? Pimples can be super unpredictable, and it's hard to understand why they always seem to show up at the worst times. But here's the thing. Dealing with pimples doesn't have to be a lost cause. With the right tips and tricks, you can remove them quickly and get on with your day. So, let's dive into the first tip. Tip number 1 is to use a warm compress to bring the pimple to a head. This is a great way to get rid of pimples quickly because it helps to draw out the infection and reduce inflammation. Simply soak a clean cloth in warm water, apply it to the affected area for a few minutes, and then repeat the process a few times a day. You can also add a few drops of tea tree oil to the compress for extra antibacterial benefit. Tip number 2 is to exfoliate. Exfoliating helps to remove dead skin cells and unclog pores, which can help to reduce the appearance of pimples. Just be gentle, because over-exfoliating can actually make pimples worse. Use a gentle exfoliating scrub or a chemical exfoliant containing alpha-hydroxy acids or beta-hydroxy acids, and be sure to moisturize afterwards to keep your skin hydrated. Tip number 3 is to use a spot treatment containing sulfur. Sulfur is a natural ingredient that has antibacterial and antifungal properties, which makes it perfect for reducing the size and redness of pimples. Look for a spot treatment that contains around 5 to 10% sulfur and apply it directly to the affected area a few times a day. Tip number 4 is to try a pimple patch. Pimple patches are small adhesive strips that you apply directly to the pimple, and they work by drawing out the infection and reducing inflammation. They're super easy to use, and they can be worn under makeup or on their own. Tip number 5 is to use a face mask containing clay. Clay is a natural ingredient that has antibacterial properties, which makes it perfect for reducing the size and redness of pimples. Look for a face mask that contains ingredients like kaolin or bentonite clay and apply it to the affected area for 10 to 15 minutes before rinsing off. Out of all these tips, I think the most surprising one is the pimple patch. I mean, who knew that a small piece of adhesive could be so effective at removing pimples quickly? But the science behind it is really cool. The patch creates a microenvironment that helps to draw out the infection and reduce inflammation, which can lead to faster healing times. So, to recap, the 5 tips for removing pimples quickly are to use a warm compress exfoliate, use a spot treatment containing sulfur, try a pimple patch, and use a face mask containing clay. These tips are all easy to apply, and they can give you fast results. So, if you're tired of dealing with pesky pimples, give them a try. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've ever dealt with a sudden breakout, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Let me know which tip you found most helpful. And don't forget to check out my other skincare videos for more tips and tricks.